This is Jeff here once again with Unique Auto Creations, bringing a build that I've been working on alongside the 1350 Enterprise refit. And I want to do something totally different. I had this model sitting in a box for a while, and I decided to go ahead and throw it together. I knew it was going to be something simple, so I went ahead and took care of it. And it definitely was fun. I do apologize, there are no build videos of this and stuff, but, I was just throwing it together and it was coming together so fast that it's like, hey, I get these points, why stop? Because the whole thing definitely was an experiment. Those of you who don't know, this is the LIS J2 Jupiter from the 1998 feature film. Not the most popular of Jupiter 2 models by any means, of course. Everybody's more familiar and usually more like the flying saucer version of it, from the OTV series and stuff. But this is the first Jupiter 2 that I'd ever seen. That was my first contact with Lost in Space, was the movie. So when I saw this model kit and I saw how incredibly cheap it was, I just couldn't help but to go ahead and throw down on one. So this is what we have here. It's a very, very basic model, as far as what I did with it and stuff. It wasn't very complicated and stuff, nowhere near like all the different paint details and different things like that on the refit. But going up in here and stuff, it's just a flat white, really true, it's flat white primer, which I'm using as the main color. And then of course we have different colors as well here. This blue, which I couldn't even tell you what all I mixed to get that color with and stuff. It's different here in person it is on screen. This kind of chocolatey type color right here is actually black and copper. Believe I mixed a little hint of chrome in it as well. And then right here, as you can see, around the exhaust tips here, on the thrusters, try to get up in there and see if it'll do it. So I'm doing this with my phone here instead of with the usual camera that I use. But you can see those are a different color, and I added just a little bit of gold in that kind of copper black chrome mix to give me that color. So and that goes all the way up underneath here and stuff, and when I turn on the lights, you'll see just how cool having these panels. These were the like I'm trying to see what they call that, the hyper jump, whenever they would you got that scene when they first start getting lost and they blow right through the sun and stuff, and you have all these panels and different stuff that extend outwards and stuff, and that's what a lot of these different paths and stuff are along the side. And just trying to use as much reference material as I could with this model, because it really was difficult to find a lot of different scenes where you just really had like slow passes and stuff. It was more of a action type film whenever it came to the ship, very much, not necessarily all of the all dialogue and scenes and stuff. When it came down to the ship and everything, it was always more like an action-oriented type thing. So it was kind of flying by, always kind of fast. Kind of like the new Star Trek movies, you never really just get slow passes like you did in the first 6 Star Trek films. You had time to really just sit there and stare at the Enterprise, especially in the motion picture. But just going through and trying to find as many reference stills as I could, and also images of the different models after the movie had been shot and everything, and they were on display different places and stuff, or they just turned on the lights and stuff, which I'm about to do now, because of course you can see the cord right there. This is lit, so go ahead, crank it on. So it's kind of heavy, but there we go. And as you can see there, we have power. You even have a little bit of blink right there. That's nothing but a 5mm white LED with a built-in flasher in it and stuff. So there's no circuit board in this. There wasn't anything really that blinked and stuff. Really and truly, it was just this light on the top here of the command module that actually blinked. So, but I just kind of gave it like a red and a green over here, and all, just tied it in together and stuff to give it a little bit of action and stuff. But as you can see here, what I've done with the light, that's what I was talking about with those panels and stuff. I put some orange lights behind it so that we could just kind of see, just like this glowing coming from behind it and stuff. Of course, you get to the angle and you'll see the light and stuff like up here. You can really see it, and I really, really like that. It just looks cool, especially when you turn the lights out, which I'll do here in a second. But, you know, yeah, just going through and trying to utilize as much reference material as I could and get this model together with lights everywhere that I thought that I saw a light. And I may have a few more on here than actually was, but I just kind of want this to be, you know, almost not a overkill, but just like take it to the max with lighting, and particularly with fiber optics, because all these small lights, of course, that's what those are, and stuff, especially with the size of the model and everything and stuff, and getting to, you know, getting some of those lights to where you wanted them to, like up here, you know, above the window here from the viewer and everything. And, you know, I do have some light going on up in there and stuff with the control panels and different stuff. I just drilled it out and got a blue light up underneath there, and you can kind of see up in there where they have the navigation center and stuff at, with the holograms and stuff. It was pretty cool. I kind of like that and everything. But yeah, those two lights right above there and stuff, almost like eyebrows. And then, of course, all the lights across the front, they're a little bit more congested than they actually were on the model. They were a little bit more spread apart, but just because the way the kit actually went together, I just kind of compressed them more. And sometimes it looked like in some of the stills I saw that they were compressed together. In between these two really, really bright lights, there are two orange fiber optics coming out of there. Those were only lit when they were getting ready to dock with the Proteus. And, you know, I just wanted to go ahead and get those thrown up in there as well. Like I said, every light that I could see that was on this model that was lit, I went ahead and put it on there. So, you know, coming up underneath here as much as I can. Up in there, we have those lights right there. And then the ring back here, we have those 6 white lights going around. They're little small lights to kind of go around the perimeter of the bottom there. You can see that one. And then there's that one. There's one more here along the back side. And these lights right here, you know, those were cool. You actually had to put these panels on to this part because, you know, it does actually stick out. So, you know, you had to put the panel on and then drill the hole to get those fiber optics through there and stuff. But, you know, it really was pretty cool and pretty fun doing that and everything and stuff. And, you know, definitely with the technique that I used, got them nice and bright. Actually, used metal tubing and stuck the light in there, like just like this right here. Actually, that's what I used, the metal tubing. Then I stuck the LED in there. Then I put the fiber optics inside of there, and each and every fiber optic light that I stick in there actually got as much light as it needed. You know, so there's no one fiber optic light that's more dim than the other just because of placement. And that also helped as far as, like, you know, when you file down an LED and stuff, even if you try to sand it with like a 1,000 grit sandpaper and then a 10,000 grit, you know, just going up, it still would not equate to the brightness that you have with the regular dome that comes on it. So to eliminate having to file down and lose a little bit of brightness from it, I just did it that way using the metal tube, and it worked out perfectly for me. And definitely will be utilizing that with every other build. Doing it that way actually made me want to kind of like rip apart that kit bash that I was doing, which I'll try to get a video up on here pretty soon. I'm trying to do some work on that tomorrow actually, and start getting it closer to being completed actually, because it really just need a little bit more work and then some paint on it and stuff. And then I got to get some additional for the registry and get it marked to get details and stuff. And, you know, there we go. So, you know, the kit bash will return and everything. It's all starting to come back. It's just, you know, things just kind of got a bit slow. You know, work and come home, kids, and go to bed. You know, it's kind of like washing your hair. Rinse, like lather, rinse, repeat. You know, it's the same thing over and over again. You catch a break, you got to rest. Sleep becomes part of that. Now here, final note here, exhaust. As you can see here, is definitely two-tone. Like these smaller exhaust ports and stuff, those were actually done with, you know, ballooned out fiber optics. You know, just hold it over your heat, or use a cigarette lighter and stuck it to the end and stuff till it ballooned out. And then I stuck it inside of those holes, and I used warm white for that because I kind of wanted it to have a difference, a different color coming from the back side and everything. And then, of course, for the larger holes, those are just, you know, hyper blue. You know, just, you know, really, really bright blue LEDs coming out the back. And I kind of want it to look like, you know, if you look at it from behind, it looks like there is some power actually coming out of those exhaust vents and stuff. And I wanted it to have that feel to it and stuff and look, you know, kind of cool and stuff. So, you know, yeah, here's my little Jupiter 2. Go ahead and turn the lights out and stuff. See how this is going to work, how bright it's going to be, how much it's going to show up. which is not just that much, you kind of can get a feel for it and stuff, what it would really look like in total darkness, which is pretty cool. Love those two bright lights on the front, actually kind of like headlamps and stuff going up underneath. But yeah, I definitely have to say this was definitely a fun little kit. I will be getting another one of these and putting it together and doing it basically the exact same way as what you see here and stuff, maybe just a little bit different. As far as my paintwork and everything goes and stuff, even with this one, I'd have a little bit more, couple more decals to put on there, and then this one is basically done and stuff. A couple of seams that need to be kind of touched up and stuff, and keep the light leak from coming through. But other than that, this is what we're looking at. So crank the light back on so we can actually see it here. Final shot, but this is my Lost in Space, movie Jupiter 2, and like I said, looking very really cool, really neat. And we'll be coming back with another video from Jeff, Unique Model Creations. Watching this video, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so. I'll be keeping stuff coming down through the pipe and everything and stuff. Start picking it back up. It's getting time, getting springtime and everything. Now I can actually go back outside and do some painting. It's too cold and stuff. I'm like painting in the cold. That being said, of course, I love saying, those of you out there building models, go ahead and keep building them. Those of you who hadn't picked up one yet and decide you want to do something, well, usually I'm showing Star Trek ships, Starfleet at that. But here's something different, kind of give you an idea, a gist that, there could be something else that you can put your hands on and actually turn it into a nice work of art, just have fun with it and stuff, which is what this was and stuff. I didn't even expect this really to kind of turn out as well as it did and stuff. So, but yeah, go ahead and get your hands on something. Keep building, guys. I will talk to you guys later.